This video is brought to you in part by TruTech Tools, quality tools, essential support.
What's going on, guys? I've got an emergency service call here for a alarm going off on the rack. This is a grocery store, and although we don't do a lot of those anymore, this is one of the few that we still have. And so we're going to go in here and see what's going on. It's a multi-sensing refrigeration system alarm. And we're going to see, hopefully it's a false alarm, but if it's not, this could be a disaster because they say it's happening in the cooler and freezer both, but I've had problems with this alarm before, so let's find out. Okay, we're going to jump right to the big guns. I'm not going to fiddle fart with anything less than the best. Let's get this thing calibrated. We'll go inside the store and see if she starts going nuts. If it's that big of a leak, I don't want to have any false alarms going on. And she's ready just like that. Here we go. Fun, fun, fun. Please don't go off as soon as I go through the door. Uh-oh, that's not good. This ain't good. And they've got fans all over the place, kicking this refrigerant all over. Because they've got fans up there just blowing it all over. This is gonna be a hellacious pain in the hind end to find. Okay, here we go. Alarm fault, imagine that, 448. Yeah, I don't have a bunch of that around here. It's going off on a couple different ones. Says Emerson, but supposedly it's back rack. I don't know if this is on the new system that they hired another company from Michigan to do this. And they've had nothing but problems with it. Can't tell if this is on this one or not. So like I said, we gotta go around here to try to get to my ladder. So I can go up here. We got two racks. We got a real rack up top, and we have a protocol unit. Let's go up here and see if this rack's empty. If it is, I'm pretty sure that the 448 is only the new stuff. The old rack is, I think, 404. So let's see if we can get up here. See if our levels are okay. %. That's their fancy leak detector for this thing. Absent from the network, that ain't good, is it? That leak thing just happened. Well, it doesn't appear that that's what's going on, so. All right, let's go down here and see if we can find where their leak is. A lot of this here is just low, medium temp. She said it didn't go off in here first. It went off in the cooler first, I guess. But you got all these fans running. See, to narrow it down, you're gonna have to open up all these doors, air it out. But you don't know. They got sucked up and went somewhere else. So what we're gonna do is go around to the next to that cooler and hope that it just sucked it in when they opened the door. Look for some oil. Not as high as what it was in the other one though, see? Oh boy. Don't want to leave that run out here. So, up on top there, they've got refrigerant going all over the place. This is going to be difficult. Let's see if we got anything in any of these freezers. I mean, this thing is everywhere. That's what sucks. At least there's nothing in there. So when you come over here, that sounds like a defrost, if you can hear that. I mean, that is really, really loud up there. And my levels ain't that high out here. Okay, we're coming back outside here to see if we can get this completely zeroed out. The highest we hit was 42. This is gonna suck, even with this thing. When you've got fans blowing everything everywhere. Even this is gonna have a fit. You've got to air this thing down. And there's so many heads in there. Yeah, it's immediately going up stupid. We'll go right to the freezer and see what we get. About 42, which is about what we hit earlier. So I don't know how. I mean, normally, as strong as it is, it's like, okay, is it a huge leak? Where are we at here? 42 there. 42 there. I mean, this does no good when it's the same everywhere. It's lower down here though. Notice that? What we're gonna probably have to do is open every one of these doors up. 39, about the same. Here we go. Let's see if we can narrow this down. Can't do much when they're all the same. All new system installed by Hussman. Nothing but problems with these ever since they were installed. Every time while they were installing it, we were having problems. We had problems after they installed it. Okay, so we've got all these doors open. Now we should be able to come through here and hopefully see where it starts to get higher. We can go inside the freezer too. A little lower, so is that the one down there at the end? We're getting lower. Of course, we got a big old fan up here. Old, good old engineers blowing the air all over the place. And we're higher again. So let's just go on inside the cooler. See if we can find this. This is, like I said, it's needle and haystack. But we gotta air it out. There's no options here. So we're at 12. Oh, the fan's shut off. I hope it, is it in a defrost maybe? What can happen is they can like get saturated. Ooh, what was that? Something's hitting. That was weird. Okay, I'm going fan to fan, trying to hope that I'm gonna peek out here real quick. Because I would think that we would hit any second now. Man, we're just not getting nothing. I don't know if we just done lost it all or what. I mean, obviously it would have to be a pretty doggone big leak. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm gonna close this back up and see if we can check on top the coolers. See what we got from there. Okay, this don't make a lot of sense. It's claiming that it's at like 72% liquid level. How can we have 72% liquid level? We go to circuits. Shoot. You know what it is. I should have like checked this sooner. Either way, this is refrigerated, this is medium temp. So we're not even using this for low temp. So the other rack, which was lower, is the real leaker, and either way we needed to scan those particular places. Now when they told me it was a cooler also went off, which obviously was lower, led me to believe that that there was a problem with that. So the freezer section. But according to this, I mean, sensors, fans are running a little bit, no alarms. Condenser, it's set for 175, it's about where we're at. Suction, we're trying to maintain a 44, we're 45, let's just say 45, we're at 44. Only running at 33% capacity. Our low temp's 404, yet they have it set for 448. And it's like, why don't we have it set correctly? So here's your circuits, 1, 2, whatever. And of course we don't have them. That thing's about enough to blind you. This one's not even for it. So basically the protocol picked up the leak. See, this is using these tubes going all over the area. It goes up in here and goes each one of the sampling tubes. But like this one here. Okay, according to this, here's a 516. That's the last time we had a leak. Started out immediately at 8:49 this morning on zone 1. Then it happened on zone 6. at 940 something. 6, and then we go over to 1, 6, and 8, and then 1, 2, 6, and 8. So yeah, we've got, you know, and eventually it went away from zone 1 and it lingered over here to these. What could have happened is it went into hot gas defrost and the leak is really bad then. I'm pretty sure this hot gas defrost, and then it went out of it. So if we can get back into the freaking event log, there we go. The first one happened, unfortunately, on zone 1, which is not anything in particular. Yeah, see, why is it so hard? See, I put that on there in December, and it got little solenoids that lets it go ting, 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 ting. And I left the extra ones in here for later. Why couldn't they have labeled the dang zones here? Lazy asses. Freaking lazy. Lazy. Oh, factory does us a good job. They do a good job. So still zone 1. Now zone 6. Zone 6 was the next big leak. Zone 6, we don't get to zone 2 until 906. Which then again, let's look at our times here. 8:49, 9:04, 9:05, 9:06 it hits a freezer, 9:14, 9:16, 9:17, and zone 1. Zone 1 happened the longest. That would make me think that that's the one. So you come up to zones and get out of there. What a pain in the butt. And zone 1 is the protocol unit. That's what's crazy. So was the leak inside the protocol? But that's not what it's looking like. We're looking lower up on the rack. Back up here in the rack of low temp. So we have nothing up here. Is any of my freezers warm? For the walk-in freezer. Let's go to the other walk-in freezer. That's circuit 10. Let's see here, we've got 10 and 11. That's what's in there. Go to 11, enter, setup, tab over to defrost times. God, I missed this. I would love to get back into it. Looky there, 9:30. That was somewhere in that ballpark where it went off and went nuts, 9:30 defrost time. So 9:15, I think is what it was saying. So I bet we put that into a defrost, it might go berserk. The thing is, I don't know why it did it on the at the protocol rack first, but I don't know. But that's where it was the strongest, was in the freezer. Not any of those other. I walked around, there was nothing else strong. I really enjoy this. This is fun to me. I mean, it's challenging, but it's fun. I like chillers too. I just hate doing dumb shit, and that seems to be what I'm doing a lot lately, just dumb stuff. To me, if you're gonna do this all your life, I don't wanna just get a check. I wanna feel like I accomplished something. So that one there makes me wonder if that's it. There's a walk-in cooler here, an off cycle, and it happens at 6:30 and 12. So that one wouldn't have been it. And that's, like I said, off cycle. So keep checking. All right, so we got circuit 11. We're going to go into a manual defrost. Had to hit our next and previous keys. Just got to look down here to see what you need. Hit enter. She's going to pump down and she's going to rip loose. So we're going to go down there and see what we get. That EPR valve was hammering away at 100%, which means it's like getting it done. So, I mean, it's not logging back. Let's get down there and see what we got. This should be 11 right here, and then every other one is 11. Hopefully it pumps down and kicks on here in a second, because it's kind of freaking cold in here. I have a feeling when we run that hot gas through here, that's when things are gonna bust loose. What's probably gonna happen, what may have happened, is maybe one of these over here close came through the door and went over to the other and then got into that protocol unit that's right here on the other side. So my guess is it'd be really nice if it hurried up. Okay, it just went into defrost. And why are the fans not shutting off? Why are the fans not shutting off? Why are the fans not shutting off? Hot gas defrost, every one I've had, has always been the fan shut off. I can hear it running through it, but I'm not getting any leaks yet. So nothing, we ain't getting crap. And why are the fans not shutting off? Is she not programmed for that? Makes no sense. I've never seen a freezer blow hot gas across the coil out into the product. That's kind of defeats the purpose. Once again, we didn't set it up. We're not even allowed to technically do anything because they don't trust us with any of the passwords. Okay, I'm not getting squat here. Let's go outside. Let's see if there's something outside here leaking. This is where it leaked at, or at least it picked it up first. So this is off by an hour. So it's reading 1 hour back. So at 9, it really would have been closer to 10. Probably be nice if that was accurate. And you know me, I went through here because like I said, you have to go into here and scroll over and then click on that, and then you can get to what it is, freezer location. So what I did, wrote it inside here. Now we know what exactly is here. Going back, like I said, on the alarms, you go to the alarms. So you come over to that 16th thing, very first one, like I said, was at the protocol unit, which is 1. And the protocol unit again, then number 6. Number 6, kiosk. The kiosk, somewhere well over there. Kiosk went off. And then still the kiosk, but now we added number 8. 8 is the BS cooler, which I'm not sure. Customer cooler is where the cooler can go at, so I would say this is just regular cooler. Backside, I don't know. People are creative in their thoughts. And so now we are zone 6, 8, 2, and 1. 2 is freezer. Customer cooler. So you've got more coolers than anything. That's what don't make no sense. So you've got more things nailing itself on the protocol unit than you do on the freezer. But the freezer is where we had the highest concentration. But the freezer doesn't have as many people going in and out of it. So it's like, okay, is that, see what I'm saying? It's just not fun when you don't have good information and people don't really remember what was going on at the time that they did it. So as things die off, the last thing is 6, 8, and still 1. 6 kiosk, 8 is the cooler. Go a little further. Now it's just the 1 and 8. 8 is the BS cooler and protocol unit. Protocol unit did the whole freaking time. And then finally the protocol unit, then we should come out of it. No, nothing. I don't know if they even got there. Nothing's tripped on that one. And then somehow it goes back to November. So the kiosk, or the protocol unit, which is the cooler, seems to be our biggest issue. So the fans did finally shut off. So they must have sensors that shut them down once it's doing it. It will, because we're basically creating moisture because it's heating those coils up. But I don't. Oh yeah, there's a little sensor right there. They're probably using that to shut the fans down. But it's like if it was a big leak, we would have oil somewhere. You haven't noticed any oil on the floor or anything, have you? So this is the kiosk, and I've already scanned around it once, and I'm not getting squat. And I've already scanned these coolers. It really makes no sense at all. Totally does not make sense. And everything's at temperature. I don't know what to do. If I wasn't picking up leaks with my device, I'd be like, okay, it's just a problematic sensor deal on their cooler, but it's not the case. This is the customer cooler. Like I said, that one's not all that high either. Well, the piping is kind of above the ceiling in these places. And then this is just like the back store cooler. I think that's what the BS stands for. Definitely ain't what we're thinking, I'm sure. So nothing's all that high here. That's why I said, what the crap? Did the fan not kick on and it blew the internal relief valve inside the store? And yet, if this was it, then we should be going berserk. Let me stick her in here. She's not doing squat. Getting 0.1, I mean, that's not even a full 1. Give me a break. Okay, looking at the defrost on that freezer, only output we have is number 5 board, 0.1. Nothing for the fans. That was for just defrost itself, nothing else. That's it. So those fans are controlled by that. Okay, so that looks like crap. Holy cow. That is practically plugged the heck up. There's our remote receiver. We're wondering, did we by chance blow off something? Obviously those are all in there. They would have, I do not like the way that condenser coil looks at all. That thing is practically plugged up. Me and one of the other guys was thinking about it, and he brought up a good point. Did one of these rooftop units take a dump and then blow it down? Did one of them have a busted line or something? And I mean, how else could it have been? Grant, they're all freaking 5/16. I was really hoping to see some oil up here. I'm running out of thoughts because it's going away. Here's the makeup air unit. Captive air, not running. That's always a good sign. Don't see no oil, no nothing. If it was a leak up here, it would have had to gone berserko. All the contactors are pulled in. I haven't got my meter out yet, but to say the least, we have a fan down there that's not running on that right there. This needs cleaned. We're gonna be hot on Monday too. I think it's supposed to get up maybe 80 or something like that. And then by next week when it's the holiday, it's gonna drop back down to like 50 something. Today we are only 74. So our discharge never got above 220. So I checked the protocol unit, didn't have anything above, 200 range. I don't know, man. I'm like totally running out of options here. I have no idea. Not that one. The thought process was, well, did it blow down through the ductwork and then get sucked up into the freezer and other areas because they got all them fans blowing everything everywhere. Yeah, if it was any of these, it should have been like a big old splash of oil everywhere. There ain't nothing up here. And like I said, the whole store is back to normal level. Luckily, I ain't getting a bunch of other calls. Don't know what else to do with it, honestly. About ready just to say, well, guess we'll wait and see what happens. Because, I mean, there's only so much I can do. Completely zeroed, hit our reset button. Obviously, we've got something in here. Don't know where or what. Could be probably residual because they have no makeup air here. Whatever happened really big and then it just went away. Today's a busy day, Saturday. We're only 8 parts per million. We were 50 earlier. And you have this thing here that was something going on. It ain't got nothing. It was set to alarm at 50 parts per million. Either way, it should never had anything. And I think it's the first time we've ever had an alarm. Look, ain't jack back here. And this is where we had the biggest. I'll do the cooler real quick. And then, like I said, this at least documents it, and then I'm taking off. I don't know what else to do with it. 5. I don't know. And I didn't think about it. The other guy brought this up. Split system for the receiver level on the one upstairs. That one most likely had more level than what it, or had less level than it did originally. Condenser now is holding right where they want it at. We have 0 parts per million here on this. Detection limit 90 parts per million. Zone, hold, minute 15, acknowledge, hold. That's all the way back up high again. So, I mean, like I said, all my circuits appear to be at temperature. I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not sure what to say about it. I mean, you know as well as me, there's something that happened. I don't know what it was. Probably will come back. If I don't, then I'll go ahead and post this. I would surely think that I'd hear about it by tonight or tomorrow on Sunday. But yeah, that's where we're at and that's what I've got. At least we got the condenser coil clean and I checked everything I can check. And those are the only hot gas bypass, or the only hot gas defrost that we have are those freezers. The coolers are just timed off defrost.
Okay, so it's been a week and a half since I was there, and one of the things I found out towards the very end was that they had just received a delivery, and while they were receiving a delivery, that is when the alarm went off. So you figure they brought pallets into the building, parked them right beside that protocol unit. I think they had a leaking evaporator in the produce truck that they had. They brought in multiple different pallets, and I think they off-gassed onto the protocol unit, which would have been right there with the doors that are not obviously real well sealed. And then they took stuff into different areas of the store and made their delivery. Because it's been, I think now 2 weeks at least since I've been there, and we haven't had no problems since, and nothing more has happened. Seemed a little far-fetched, to be honest with you, but that's what I believe it was happened, and that's all I've got on it. So we haven't had to go back. They haven't had any more alarms, and that was the end of it. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video. Until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Later.